And it's me, Mommy Ari again. So basically, we're doing lunch kits support. Started off with a slaw, a really good simple chicken slaw that you can make, keep in the fridge. We also did some corn dogs, some Korean corn dogs, quicker than you can ever imagine. Got those things out, and you need to see that one. Even the kids, when they get a little older, could try making it themselves. And we also did this juice that kind of jumps off of a store-bought something, but stretches our dollar and also gives us something extra to add to yogurt and all that. Little hints and little tips in there for you. So I know back to school could be really, really stressful, but there are ways to make sure that this flavor comes through even at lunchtime when they're done pack it and it's in the lunch kit for however long, and you take it to work too. So we want to use some of this sesame seeds, right? You could throw it in, yes, but you're not going to taste it. It's going to be crunchy, hard things inside there. Put it in here. Just a little trick, right? And what you're doing is you're toasting. No oil, no nothing. You see how they're on there? They could just move. You just keep them right there. Now you have to watch this. It's like an avocado. You know, it's not ready, not ready, not ready. And then boom, it's ready and it's rotten like that. Plantain is do the same kind of thing. Yeah, all the good stuff do those things. So sesame seeds, toasting. You're just really trying to get some color. You'll see it happen. And it's starting to happen if you want to come in and take a look, guys. Right, so you see me moving it around. You see how some of them have like a slight blonde on them. We're going for a little toasty. Are you hearing a little popping? Like popcorn, and that's why I'm shaking it, because it's just going to start to pop out of the pan, right? So I'm moving it around because I want toasting. And while this is toasting up and so on, let me show you what's going on right next to us. We're doing the slaw, right, for the Asian chicken salad that we spoke about. And basically, it's the typical, you know, people in here. We have cabbage of both kinds, purple and white, and carrots. Kids tend to be pretty cool with those as well. If you could smell in here, the whole place like Benny Ball, right? Because toasted sesame seed, right? And so it's off. It doesn't even have to be that overly toasted. Come see what I mean? It's that perfect blonde, right? Perfect. So we're throwing these guys right in here. You might hear a little steam because they're super hot. That's okay. In with that. Then we have our chicken. Now, the recipe calls, as you know, for rotisserie chicken. Whoever you like your rotisserie from, get it. If you don't like them, just steam some chicken, right? And once you steam them, even with your rotisserie, I'm going to move this bowl over so I can show you what I'm doing here, right? I'm putting this chicken here for you to see. You take 2 forks, and you just kind of hold on to the piece that you're using, and you start pulling, and it shreds. So do you see how it's shredding? I'm using one as an anchor and one to pull, like claws would, right? And that's how you get your chicken to kind of be shredded, both the rotisserie or the steamed chicken that you may have. So I'm bringing my bowl right back for you all to see what's going on. So we have our sesame seeds that have been toasted. We have the trio that are expected in such a slaw. Now go in our chicken, right? Moving him to the side. And then really simple stuff going on here. We have, to keep that sesame seed flavor, we're going with some sesame seed oil. A little bit, guys, this is potent. Okay, I'm sure you know that. A little bit of ginger garlic paste. You can make it yourself, but there are some on the market you can take a look for. And just a little bit. All right, and if you love ginger, like I do, you can put a bit more. And then you have some almonds. These you'd say, why do you toast them? Not everything had a toast. We like them like this, but make sure and get this slivered almond. What do I mean? These thin almonds, right? Super thin. And the little skin on it is good. It's great fiber for the kids. We're thinking of their nutrition as well. And then this is a kind of like wild, oddball kind of thing, right? But if you have cranberries, the dried ones, if you have even grapes, you have apples, leftover stuff, or you have, hey, I have some cranberry like sauce, like pieces of it, right? It's the same thing as like the cranberries in here. I'm just going to put a bit of it in. It adds beautiful color like jewels. The actual cranberries themselves look like jewels, like this one here. It actually looks like a jewel. And then it adds that sweetness for the kids, right? And then we have chives, another, you know, Asian friend, right in. Makes this thing beautiful. And then the binder, some mayo. And you can go as heavy or as little as you want with that. If you don't want to have it because you want to keep it a little bit healthier, just throw in some rice wine vinegar, those kind of contenders, right? And it'll be fine. And then you take your spoon, you can use a spoon and a fork like I'm going to do here, and you just kind of start to toss. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm pulling it upward. Don't worry, it is going to mix in time. Don't become too impatient. Just mix. Slowly but surely it's going to come together for you. And everything is just looking great, smelling great. Stay tuned. We're going to drop this into the fridge, and then we're going to head on to those wraps and the juice and everything else. So keeping it fresh, as you know, with this meal for that lunchbox, let's do a juice of our own. Now you're going to say, but we're buying juice. Yes, we're buying juice, but let's find a way to stretch our dollar now. So we have juice. My family loves lime juice, so I'm going with lime juice, right? And I'm putting right into my blender. You can use your juicer. The reason I'm using a blender, everybody should have a blender. And I'm trying to make sure everybody gets in, right? Then we have the apples. So drop those guys in, and then some pineapple. So, and all those juices with the pineapple are welcome. You had juice for the week. Okay, and that is perfect and ready to go. Look how simple that was. Okay, so now we're on to the Korean corn dog kind of vibe, right? Which is, I think, every kid's dream. You open your lunchbox and your mother make you this Korean vibe. Listen, you're going to win with this. So we have, of course, our hot dogs of your choice, right? If you want the ones with like cheddar inside or cheese or whatever, you go out there, right? I just have some regular hot dogs. And then we have pancake mix. Now, why pancake mix? You can use flour, la la la. We all have pancake mix. So it's easy, it's quick. Use that. We have some cornmeal to add a little bit of, texture to that batter. We're going to make a batter with the milk and the egg and all that. You see me do that now. And then we're going to dip it in some panko and fries, frozen fries. Cut them into little cubes, and that's what you got here. So this whole thing, I know your pantry already is starting to smile at you because we have everything. So let's start with the batter. And we have the pancake mix, as I said. We're putting in just a tad bit, right? Nothing crazy. Just a little bit here of this cornmeal. As you can see, the ratio is probably like 3-to-1, right? And then we're just kind of giving that a little stir around before we add any wet ingredients, get the lumps out, things like that. If you want to sift it, you can. You don't have to. All right, so I'm just giving it a little, clean up here. Make sure everybody is ready to join the party, as we say. And the corn, if you want to know why there's cornmeal, it adds a little bit of sweetness with the pancake mix and then the texture, right? And then we're going to put in 1 egg, right, the entire egg. And then we're going to go in with milk. You know me, I like to eyeball things, right? So we're going to eyeball the milk. And we keep stirring as we go. And that's that, right? And we're just looking for a kind of fairly thick batter, a little thicker than a crepe, probably more like a pancake, yeah, but like a thinner pancake. Right, just bear with me as I get this kind of mixed together. So our batter is organized. Just add a little bit of water if you need to kind of get it to the texture we want. What is the consistency? Come in and take a look, guys, right? We're doing a bit of a swirl here. You see how easily it swirls. It leaves a bit of the crevice, but it comes back in quickly. You kind of pick up and it could kind of drip. That's what you want. So a little thinner than a pancake, a little thicker than a crepe, right? Just putting this to the side. So now that we have that sorted, we want to make sure and deal with our outside crust, right? And that is, as I told you, some panko and, those straight fries that you get in your freezer section, cut them up into little cubes. And now you have potatoes for your Korean dog. And you're stirring them together so that it's one type of mix that everybody gets a bit of all of this on their dog. Now, I know, I'm hearing y'all already. Where the stick to stick the hot dog and la la la. But then I'm going to hear about little Kaliraj or little Johnny or little, somebody, Boyo and Carla, them used to be in the books, right? Boyo went and take the stick and laughing and bite and stick the stick wherever, and you can't handle that. So I am not playing those games with your children. So we are going to use, yes, our hands, our hot dogs, and we are going to use a fork and roll it. If you want to use these sticks, you're at home, you're monitoring them, go ahead. But for your lunchbox, I think we need to be careful, right? Pick it up. You're dropping it into your new dredge. Don't get this fork dirty with that. Use your hand, Mom. It's okay. It's your child. You use your hand, right? And you want to get some of that like fries and stuff on there, right? Now my oil's screaming, eh? So we'll see what goes on. Okay, so that's one. And I'm going to be careful and just use my tongs to get him in. And that's one of them. So in we go. Woo! Party now starts. Okay, so he's looking super ready, y'all. Okay, so we're to the end of this lunch kit meal. And basically we want to just kind of put everything together, right? So we have a nice little toasted tortilla, okay? Which we're going to put our Asian slaw in. We have some mandarin because guess what? I'm a mom. I forgot to put it in when I should have. So here you are with the correct thing in there, which is mandarin. So yes, all of you who have mom brain, I have it too. And We just kind of stir that in, right? Just kind of, see how gorgeous and beautiful that is, y'all? Oh. And my kids love mandarin. If your kids love like a little citrusy pop, this is the thing for you. So here we are with the tortilla. We're just gonna get a bit in. Now it looks like a little bit, right? But remember, you have to wrap it. So you don't really want to put too much. Get all that mandarin, the almonds, all that good stuff we put in earlier, right? So you see that? Perfect. And if your kid, needs 2 for lunch, that's cool. So you're kind of wrapping like this. You're folding, right? Like so. And then once you're folding, you hold it back pretty tightly, pretty firmly, right? And you're pulling. And everything in front, you hold with the front end and you pull toward yourself. And then you keep rolling. All right? And you keep rolling, pushing the edges in. And you have a little wrap. So this is great for like a preschooler. If you have an older kid, do it a little bigger. Do more than one. Get those nice big burrito tortillas. So we have our tortilla. All right, a little wrap. There we are. And then look at our dogs, our Korean dogs, showing themselves off, right? And which kid doesn't like a little, something to dip, so a little ketchup. But whatever your kid likes, give them, right? I recommend probably 2 or 3 of these guys. I say 3 is good. I'm going with the crunchiest, most textured, right? And then do you remember our juice? So remember we blended it and I told you there'd be some sort of pulp. There'd be some sort of runoff, right? Don't throw it out. Mix this stuff into your yogurt or into their yogurt. And they get a little extra fiber, a little extra fruit. It's kind of like a cheap hack. Here you are. Welcome. Mom hack number 6. And then we have our juice here, right? And this is the juice that we've got. And there's a little froth on top, but listen, we're using fresh fruit. We can feel good about what we're giving our kids. And then we have the ice, of course, make it nice and cool and refreshing, and some mint. I know you'll say mint is a big people thing, la, la, la. It is refreshing. Start to encourage your children to enjoy things that help them to digest food, but also to have that refreshing bite. It doesn't always have to be a very sugary drink, okay? So I'm just gonna throw some leaves in. If you want, you can take a few, and you take it and you kind of hit it, or like rub it a little bit, and you start to cause the oils in the mint to come out, so you're releasing the flavor. Some percent are quite a bit. I like it. And then my little jug, very mommy-ish, don't you find? And in we go with our juice. And I mean, I don't know about kid lunch, but I think this could be my lunch, kids. What do you think? So it's tasting time. And guess what? I said it's not for the kids alone, right? You could take this to work. Oh yeah, that was good enough. I don't usually have ketchup, but we'll try. I know you heard that crunch. Your kid's gonna be looking super bomb in school. And this drink, not just for the kids, for everyone in the household. This is a perfect lunch. Refreshing, fantastic. Like, subscribe, comment, recipe down below. You have got to try it. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.